Well, afternoon all. That's William's now launching. See William's now launching there. And I'm going off in the father's boat with him. That's the old cheetah cat now launching. Not a bad day, good westerly breeze, but nothing too major. Well, we're now getting ready to launch. The old chap is just undoing the chains and lifting the engines up so obviously they don't catch on the trailer when we launch. I do hear that, it's pulling the chain out of the stern of the boat.
Is that called a lifeboat day tomorrow? Fresh herring?
Don't know. I just remembered that's lifeboat day tomorrow, and I think they do fresh cooked herring, so William's might have just gone off to get some herring for the lifeboat. Makes sense, used to be a skipper for a lot of years on there. There. Didn't want to go, did I? I think the reason why my boat didn't go down the trailer very well is because I've got a hauler on one side and that put all the weight on one side. I think that's why it struggled. Put the weight fall to one side and that bilges up like a brake. Or one of them do. Obviously this boat hasn't got a hauler, so it's perfectly level, isn't it? Just turn the electronics on. Oh, ain't got a lot of colour in it, have it? You might have gone and got some herring for the lifeboat because Turlo didn't get any the other day, did he? Yeah. Catch some coolies on that one day. 5 foot of water at the minute. Well, we just had a bit of fun and games. The 8-board wouldn't start. Battery was totally dead. Obviously this cold spell we've had in the last day or two has killed the battery. But obviously, because we follow all the MCA rules, etc, we've got a spare battery in the boat, so we just swapped over batteries and jobs are good. And the old chap is just putting the ratchet strap on it, so this battery is solid and won't move. So you can't complain with having a spare battery, can you? Or you can get these switches and stuff so that you keep 2 batteries, but when there's an independent battery totally not connected, you know that's good. Because a failure wouldn't kill the lot. So yeah, we're now heading north to get some herring, hopefully. So now we ain't got no plotter, that ain't the end of the world, because modern technology, I've got a map on my phone. And to be honest, for years and years we never had a plotter, so it ain't the end of the world, is it? I used to always use the old Navitronics or Navionics maps, but now Garmin have bought them out and got rid of the chart viewer and sitting up there screwing it up. Then I use C-Map now. Navionics is brilliant. Got them on all my both plotters, but Garmin, I don't know what they're doing, who knows. But Navionics website and chart view don't work anymore. Shame really. So who knows what's going on there. Well, that's a bit of a bonus. It didn't have enough power in it to power the old start the engine up. Well, it is a 100 horsepower Ford Fiesta engine in them, but it's got enough power to power up electronics, so that's a good thing. We're now going along. There's a bit of a breeze off here today. We ain't got no hauler on this boat, so I'm not going to go out yet. I might just sit inside, little look on the plotter, and see if there's any fish inside here. There's no point in going right out if there's fish inside, is there? There's a lot of people here motor over fish. There's no point. Well, we just stopped inside, had a quick look at the fish finder. There was nothing on it, it was barren. So we're heading further north. No point in shooting. There ain't no fish there. Quite on the armour, there's a lot of fish. You got they're very deep. But we'll see what's going to happen today. See, we just went neutral then on the 8-board and couldn't hear it. With the old 2-stroke, you think it's conked out, don't you? There's the old man putting the chute in place. That chute, I made that for him. My one's got a wooden plywood core, but I made his one purely out of fiberglass. That's a hell of a lot lighter, and I use like inch foam, what you use for air conditioning pipes, inch insulation around the edges just to stiffen it up, and that's a lot better than my one with the old plywood core. A lot lighter and stiffer, and you ain't got to have a support behind it because it's got more rigid. Let's see if we can find a few more fish then. Well, we're now going to get ready to shoot. We're a bit shallower than the other day, but there's fish here, you might as well stick them over. Yeah. There's a few fish here.
How deep is the fish?
20 to 35 foot. We're about 1.25 miles off, 1.5 miles off. Not too far. Obviously, we've got one nylon herring net on the end, just as a trial, and the rest are monos. But they look like a few fish here, not a huge amount, but look like a few fish. A lot of them are deep, all between about 25 and 35 foot, a lot of them. But they might lift on the end of the tide, but the water is very sheer, I've got to say. Anywhere near?
I'll tell you on the last bit.
Bit of a breeze today, that's when you want the hauler, innit?
Last bit.
I've not got a gear.
Double over here.
Oh shit. Not used to these controls, ever so. These 4 strokes, the controls are ever so precise. You can give it a big heave-o with a throttle on 2-stroke and it gradually pick up speed, but that's very finicky. You give it a little bit and that gill like hell. And that is that. You can bother. You can bother tying the down on. We're just going to hold on and we'll put it on a painter or tizzard, whatever you want to call it. And it's all caught up in the downs. Well, if you look on there, there's fish here, but they're very deep, like 35, 40 foot deep. They're good shoals of herring. There's a lot of them. If they lifted, you'd get a dollop. That's whether they lift or not, because if you look here, the water's ever so sheer. A bit too sheer for us, but then again, it's a bit of an overcast, drab day. They might lift, but they do when it's getting dark. It is quite dark and overcast already. Nice to get a few lift. Well, if you look there, the herring has started to lift up. They're now about 22, 24 foot down. I think these nets fish about 20 foot deep, so you need to go a little bit higher. But they're going in the right direction, that's all that matters, isn't it? Now I've started to spit with rain. Just what you need, lovely. Breeze and a bit of rain. Life of fishing, eh? I just got one of these fluffy mics. I don't know if you can hear me any better than so much wind noise, because there's obviously a lot of wind noise before. But that's only a cheapie, because I don't mind chucking it over the side, but if you get too close, that'll probably make a lot of reverberation and stuff. What's happened with these old cheap mics? Well, that's looking better. Fish at 20 foot. They're getting near our lead line now. They look like good shoals of herring. Go on, lift up a little bit more, that's what we want. But that's looking a lot more positive than what it was. It's a lot better than seeing them when they're down here at 40 and 30 foot. So it's looking good. Lift a little bit more, please. Well, we're now going to haul. I don't know what the sound quality is going to be like with this speaker, but I've got really no choice. That's a good breeze, and I'll know when we're finished recording. That looked ever so bright on this picture, but it's actually quite dark and overcast here. It's nearly dark. But obviously the camera lens is gaining a lot of light. We'll get on then. What's it like pulling? What's that?
I thought it was on my own the other day.
There's a few. Yeah. Well, just one just fucking fell out. There's 3 there. Yeah. There's a few. No, the other ones are right in the end. What's that? Didn't know what you said.
They're lively.
Yeah, they're just swamming. You thought they'd all be in the bottom of the net. How you saw them on the plot, and they're not, are they? They're up. They're three high swimmers, aren't they? They're underneath. A lot of them, aren't they? Yeah, they're underneath. There's a few and then they vanished. I don't know how this is recording, but as good as that's going to get. Oh, there they come. There's a few here. What? Oh, we had a couple of mackerel last trip, didn't we? Didn't even know they were there. Was it? Well, Tommy did say about, did you get any mackerel? He must have been getting a few out here, mustn't he? Yeah, but he was I think Tommy was getting some in here. They're very hit and miss, aren't they? I'm going to pick up a bit more on this. And they're gone. What's happened? I can't see another one, can you? Oh, there's some. Got their patch in half, haven't they? I thought on the clothes like this would have been knee deep, didn't you? Yeah. But there ain't that many, is there? Is it alright pulling on there?
Yeah. Slow but steady. Yeah, they got no sort of fish out there, starting to walk full of them. Cool there, patchy, isn't he? This right, and get 2 or 3 boxes, won't we? Couple of boxes. Come on, Aaron, spin up. Not that many. We've got to put some lights on, haven't we?
Red over white. That's what we want. One of that first net was just lifting up in the water. Oh, they've tightened the lead line, haven't they?
15-foot stroke, yeah.
I don't know. They don't seem to get them smaller in them, do they? Then you get the top stuff in them ones, aren't they? Them stiff ones. They're 17-foot lints with 9-foot strops. They do fish deeper than these, don't they?
They don't fish as well as your other nets, do they?
No, they didn't. Well, I didn't see these are little ones. But last year, or the year before, when there was all them big air inside, we went with them and had 75 stun, and there was 65 stun in them thick monos and the nylons, and he had like 10 stun in. So he fished a lot better than 3Z nylons did.
Yeah, very catchy.
Oh, you started spitting it. What's that? Mm. Yeah, a lot of iron, is there? I pulled a little bit too hard and on the boot round, didn't I? Better, innit? Right there then. Basically, by me hauling different speed and rate dictate what angle the nets come off the stern. And obviously with a good wind, that's better if that come more towards the stern of the boat than pulling the boat broadside on. So I was pulling a bit too fast, now going a bit too broadside, it'll make it harder for the old chap to haul. That's really dark, and the camera said that that's really light.
I'm surprised how good a picture you get off that camera on the Coast Guard when things as light as this.
Yeah.
As soon as that comes out, that's gone, but that's how a good picture is like this one.
Yeah. They do, obviously the lenses on them are good and that pick up a lot of light, doesn't it? Oh, Sophia Warren just turned up. Ain't a lot out there is there? What's that? Yeah. I know, I didn't think they were going to vanish. Like they did. They did vanish, didn't they? Oh, there's a few more. They were patchy to start with, but they're really thinned out now, aren't they? Look, that camera and mic will be alright. They're starting to get wet. What's that? No. I think I keep turning around. What's that? Can't hear what you're saying. Oh yeah. You bought your cycle one used to wear cycling, didn't you? Yeah, I find that. Them all smocks will go right over you, are awkward to get on, aren't they? But when you got that zip up the front, they're easy, aren't they? But a lot of times zips don't seem to last, do they? You had that old one, you used to ride your old German spy bike, the old trade bike on. You had that years, them ones, didn't you? Yeah, they were patchy, and then but they were quite thick patches, weren't they? Now they just got gone to nothing. It's quite dark now, isn't it? You thought they'd lifted in the dark, wouldn't you? Yeah, now got to have lights on, can't see nothing. Oh, is that another Aaron? They vanished, didn't they?
Here they come.
Here they come. Spin up. Right near the gill. It's a kidder. That's a kidder on the gill. Three in it. You need to get that fucking screen done on your boat. That's some lights. The hauler. Yeah, central heating. That sounds good. That's a good suggestion. I think we got aircon. You leave the door for back. Kind of start to pick up now for her, aren't they? I don't know how well it's picked up on the camera. Probably not very well. But these herring have picked up quite a lot. Look at that lot. Herring are lifted. That's what we want, isn't it? Right, that's another. Oh, there's a mackerel there. Cracking mackerel. There's another spront on it. I don't think we've hardly picked up anything on the camera now. It's too dark. No. I got a week off. That's typical, I got a week off when the weather's crap. I thought it was blindly gale all week. Has it changed? Yeah, I didn't think the weather looked very good. Normally you get a touch of northern, it goes horrible here, doesn't it?
Hello, bud. Still didn't find anything like
Look, this has been just as good going off your arm, I think we reckon. No, there's tons of weed inside. You don't dare do that. I saw it on the plot. He said like, look when we went off the other day in my boat and that filled up with weed. It was awful, wasn't it? I looked like that inside. Well, the herons out. Obviously, them seals having a bit of a feed. I can see it up there, that seal. You can see his silhouette in the dark. What's that? Yeah. Another 100 yards and we're finished, aren't we? It's weird, the other bit, the first part of the net, there's a lot more heron high swimmers, weren't there? Now these nets, there ain't hardly any, and what is there, very deep, isn't they? No logic is there. May well be. There's been a lot of fish here, and them seals will soon get through them, won't they? You feel it pulling, can you? Yeah, some heads. Got it. I don't know how much of that you can see and how much you couldn't. I look pretty dark, but we've got maybe a box or two, no more, not a lot. We're now back on the beach, pitch black, as well it got dark when we were still out there. And we're just winching the old girl on the trailer. The old girl being winched on by the old boy. That's all gone lovely and well. I don't know what we've got. I think we'll be lucky if we've got a couple of boxes. I think there weren't a lot of fish there. The outside nets had a little bit in, but it was patchy, and the inside nets was very, very patchy. I don't think there's a huge amount in them, really. We had one nice mackerel there. Well, there isn't a huge amount now, is there? It's about half a box normal herring, about half a box of selected large. What do make it a bit better, show me to have a box of them, is a mackerel. That's a lovely mackerel. Look at that. Right stonker. When you got the one, shame you didn't have a couple of boxes of them. That would be a hell of a lot better, that would, wouldn't it? Put that back down. That'll be one for tea. So not a huge amount. And then just run the nets back in the boat. And the job will be a good one.